Oh, don't show
Ladies and
volume, by the way.
gentlemen, oh, Devil, you ruined the start, man. Just as we get going, you start talking. Good one, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ELTP semi-finals. Way.
Oh, good.
Ladies and
By the way.
Y'all ready for this?
So, Devo, Chris joining me tonight. You looking forward to the game, guys?
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be pretty interesting to see who's going through, because I think there's a lot of things that we can't really predict, and I'll be interested to see if Roland BC will manage to get past the semifinals tonight, especially.
As we wait for the game to start, the Evil is going to take us through the map with Chris. You can see the picture of the map is up on the screen now, so take it away, Devil.
Yeah, okay, so basically Boombox is a really simple map, and basically when you want to go through it, you have like the option of going straight through the top here, which no one will ever use unless they know that it's clear, because it's a very tough gate to get through, and it's pretty easy to get on the buttons when you need to. Aside from that, you have this path here, which is pretty tight. You can also alternate this route to go in and out of this path, but it's only 3 tiles wide, so a lot of people will avoid it if they can, and most people will prefer to switch down to this path and come in here or go through here if they can. It's a lot more viable if you come in here with the flag and want to cap. You can either go straight into base, or you can take the boost, which will, if you hit it pretty fast, you can go straight from boost to boost, hit this corner here, and go straight up to the flag like that, or bounce off a wall and go into it. And that throws a lot of defenses off. In terms of tactical aspects, we can expect to see a lot of power-up battling, especially in the corners, and sometimes we might even see teams not going for the power-ups at all, because you get far from your base and you're behind the flag when you go for the power-up, especially if you're on defense. So sometimes teams might even sacrifice power-ups in their base, but the mid power-up will probably be fought for as much as possible. But I think especially interesting is if the flag is out of base, then the team with the flag will probably get more power-ups, because they will be able to keep the flag and kind of fish around for power-ups, while the other team tries to stay on offensive defense and cover the flag, cover the important button, and cover this important space.
So,
yeah.
Go on. So, sorry to interrupt you, Diva. The teams are just about ready. So, just give us a quick thought of the game. Who do you reckon is going to take this semi-final?
We're gonna see Red Bull Salzburg play with CRW, Facman, and Fat Leroy, and BSG will play Nerl, Mikesy, Bass, and Newcount. I think especially we want to watch out for Mikesy, as he's been one of the best offensive players this season, but we can't write off CRW, who, even though he hasn't had a great season, he is one of the best offensive players of the season. I think Leroy is probably one of the most solid defensive players as well, but Newcomb and Bass as a combination might be stronger than Leroy and Fat together. So will definitely be interesting to see. But key players here, I think, will be Mike C, Newcomb, Leroy, and probably CRW.
Chris,
They're the one to show on a great occasion.
Who do you reckon we're going to see in the final, Chris?
I personally think that it's Red Bulls to lose. They impressed me so much on Smirk. Leroy and Fat did a really great job of shutting out Nub and Flick. So if they can keep up the form they showed in that game, then I would pick them to be in the final.
Right, we are getting underway here. As we just joined the game. And as you can see, we're using Kira's fancy new script. And we have the team kits this game, so hopefully a good viewing experience for everyone watching. So Ballis and Germain, that's Nero, Baz, Mike C, and Newcompt in the traditional blue, but obviously in their fancy little team kits. Guys off people battling for those power-ups early on. Mike C has got a rolling bomb and is going on the offense here. See if he can do anything. Nero trying to block Fat and Leroy out of the way. Not managed to get a grab. It's neutralized early on. There's a grab at the other end though. And Sunball 6. Who is Sunball 6?
CRW.
Oh, CRW. CRW is away along the bottom here. And this could be a good start for RBS. He is ahead of 2. He's coming to base A. Looks to boost. But he fakes with it. Mike C gets a grab at the other side. But the gate gets him. Nero with the regrab. But everyone's returned then a little bit. Fatman's got the regrab. And it's a frantic start already in this game. Fatman is in here. Baz is giving him chase. His flag is at home. He's boosting against that back wall. He's just got Newcompt to beat. But Newcompt gets the return. ZRW has got the regrab though, and I think he's going for that bottom right power-up as Newcompt and Baz come to hunt him. Baz looks like he's going for the middle with Fatman. Newcompt goes to try and take the power-up off ZRW. ZRW forced to retreat, and the power-up is still there. It is a TagPro. And he does go and get the TagPro, and Newcompt's still pinning him down, but he's managing to get away at the moment. And RBS having the good early start here. BSG not really had the flag back in base. CRW doing a lot of good carrying here, and he's past 2. That's good moves, good use of the boost, and he looks like he fakes coming in the top. He hesitates, which allows Newcompt to get ahead of him, and currently he's forced to retreat down to the bottom with Baz and Newcompt in close pursuit. He's forced all the way over to the back over to the right hand side. Baz gets a nice snipe. Nero grabs at one end, and Fatman grabs at the other. And let's see. I don't think Nero's going to get away here as Fat gets the return, and Fatman's coming in here. There's only one to beat. Mike C's been blocked out by Leroy. Fat, we're going to have the first cap. Yes, we are. As Newcompt comes in, but just a second too late, and it's a 1-0 lead to Salzburg. That's when you talk, Devil.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm just used to you asking. Very well played by Red Bull Salzburg, and they used a risky top gate right there when there were still one at base, but it paid off, and they managed to get the blocks in. Giving them an early 1-cap lead. And we're still seeing Red Bull Salzburg with a lot of power-up control, so right now BSG really needs to get on top of that if they want to strike back in this half.
Apologies that our power-up controller is not working. We've changed that around so you can just see the players and who's carrying things like that and who's dead. The players' names come up in red when they are currently inactive and dead. But currently ZRW is coming in here. He's looking to boost along the back. He's going to cap here. They take a 2-0 lead early on. RBS. Sorry that for some reason my sounds are not coming up as cheers, which is strange. But 2-0 early lead for RBS as Fatman comes in again, and they've made it 3. This is exceptional, and BSG will not know what's hit them. And massive early lead, surprising for some, I reckon. As ZRW picks up a Juke Juice and looks to get even more. Baz grabbing and trying to get away, and he does get away well. Desperation times already as Baz manages to get away. But they can't get ZRW as Newcompt misses the return. Oh, and the flag is returned. Mike C is there for the regrab though. But I mean, what's going wrong right now for BSG?
Well, as I mentioned, they lost power-up control, and they didn't manage to really get back in defense, even after the cap, and they've just been battling regrab after regrab, and they're just not able to reset, it seems.
Oh, Nero has grabbed here though, but he's being closely pursued. If they get the return on him, they do, but Newcompt's there for the grab, just in time to stop Fatman. He goes for the kiss, and he does, and Newcompt surely saving his team there from going 4-0 down. There is a long way to go, of course, in this game, but nice work by Newcompt there to stop it being 4-0 to Salzburg as people go and battle for these power-ups. There's a rolling bomb in the middle, which is neutralized. Mike C gets a TagPro on offense, and let's see if him and Nero can put that to good use. Nero not yet to grab, but he does grab, and Mike C takes out Fat. He's probably going to take out Leroy. He does, and Nero's away here. He's ahead of 2 players. Mike C coming to give him some blocks. He's forced. Oh, but Nero ends up with a hit in the wall. Fat able to get the return. They're disappointed they didn't cap there, but it seems the game has settled down a little bit. BSG seem to have found their shape at the back a bit, but there is a long way to go for them to get back in this game. And the first thing they need, of course, is a cap.
Yeah, definitely. And they haven't really shown anything of that sort, aside from Bass with a good grab, who almost got a cap because I think CRW was about to be returned, but he managed to sneak out just as
Oh,
Bass
that's
was running
brilliant
over
by
the flag.
CRW. He splits the defenders and he's coming in here. He's only got one to beat. Buzz is coming to try and help Mike C, but they're blocked out. And that's a fantastic cap by CRW. I don't know if you saw that, but he absolutely split the defenders, ran them both ways. And Fatman's coming in the top here. Newcomb gets the return though, but that was a fantastic cap there. ZRW showing why he's one of the league's best defenders, absolutely splitting them there. But Mike C's away here. They have got power-up control better with BSG and Nero this time with the TagPro. And Mike C's coming in. He's still got 2 to beat, but the flag is away. But they do have the return. Mike's going to go pick up a Juju, taking his time. He's still got 3 to beat in base. Nero has got the regrab. Fat has grabbed in the meantime, which is a risky strategy this map, but it's a good one. And he is away, but he bumps into CRW and he's going to get returned here, which he does by Baz. But in the meantime, Mike C was returned, even though he had that Juju. Nero with the regrab. He's going to do well to get away from Fat and Leroy here. He's been pinned in that top left corner. Mike C coming to give him some support, arriving a little bit too late. 4-0. I mean, is there any... Yeah, BSG, I mean, there's a long way left, but I mean, they've not really looked like capping yet.
Yeah, I think their main problem is they haven't really had a defense keep the flag in base, so offense haven't really gotten off their feet. But Nero and Mike's are definitely good enough to get back from a 4-cap deficit if Newcomb and Bass manage to stabilize their defense a little bit more.
Fatman grabbing there with a juke juice, but running straight into the ball of the Frenchman Newcomb and Baz. The Irishman getting the regrab return as Fatman and ZRW come on the attack again. Newcomb trying to get that left power up and right power up, excuse me, and he does. He's got a TagPro, which should give them some defensive solidarity for a little bit. Newcomb is chasing Fatman away currently, trying to get a pop. Might see. Battling at the other end, but Nero is not there at the minute. Not managed to get away. Mike C grabs this time, and he does get away. He's currently ahead. There's no boost there, but he is ahead of 3, and this is the closest they're looking to capping so far. He needs to keep the speeds going, but Fatman gets the return. Nero has got the regrab though, and can BSG get themselves back into this game? They're currently 4-0 down. There is 2.5 minutes left in this half as Nero goes and picks up a TagPro. So there's a long way to go. But Mike C and Nero both with TagPros. They've won that power-up battle. And Nero's coming in here, and I could sense a cap coming in here. He's being blocked out. They're forced to grab. Leroy's forced to grab, but they get the returns. And that's a nicely done cap for BSG, who hit back. And it's now 4-1 overall. A good cap there.
Yeah, we've been seeing a little bit of rustiness on defense in the beginning, but Newcomb and Bass does a solid defensive job, not only blocking CRW into the flag, but also keeping composure to get the returns just as they need them and not letting someone run out of base, which is a really easy thing to do on Boombox. Once you think you have them, then they run out of defense. But Newcomb and Bass, they're showing experience and they're doing well defense right now.
Yeah, I mean, the double TagPro on offense obviously helps. You know, you almost expect teams at this level to be able to cap when they're kind of carrying that sort of power-up artillery. As Nero picks up a juke juice nicely in the middle, battling with ZRW there. And maybe he can grab his team back in. But Leroy has got one for defense, so that juke juice almost been neutralized slightly, as he won't be able to use it as easily to get away. But ZRW is away at the other end, and he's ahead of 3 after that flaccid by Mike C. And he's coming in here, but Newcomb to Baz and Nero all managing to get ahead and slow him down. Let's see what he can do here. ZRW's got a lot to do, but he thinks he's just going to try and lure them out of base a little bit. Give himself some room. He heads down to the bottom. Mike C and Baz closing in on him, but he's past them. But he chooses to hold off. He boosts along the bottom. He's currently forced to go through the gate, but it's not open. And he gets returned. Fatman with the juke juice at the other end. There's a nice boost all the way along the bottom. He's coming in from 4. Baz misses the snipe a bit too hasty there, Baz. He's past Newcomb. He bumps into Fat. Nero forced to grab, and Nero manages to get away here. ZRW has got the grab, but Nero is ahead of all of the chasing RBS team. And if they can get this return on which Newcom's looking to do, but ZRW boosts all the way back into the BSG base. There's 30 seconds left in this half. Are we going to see a cap in these last 30 seconds? The flag is back for ZRW to cap, but Mike C and Baz, the only people there. Mike C with the grab, and I think Mike C needs to get out of base here. He's going to be in trouble. He's going to be in trouble if Fatman can get him here. Mike C needs to bide his time, which he does. Baz boosts very... Oh, that's nice by Mike C. He's under Leroy. No, he's not, sorry. He was under Fatman, but couldn't quite squeeze it under Leroy. And it looks like we are going to finish this half 4-1 to Red Bull Salzburg.
3.
As Nero comes in, could we have some last second drama? No, we won't. So 4-1 that first half finishing. Clearly the red team on top of the scoreboard there. 4 minutes of prevent for Fat, 3 minutes for Leroy, compared to the 1 minute 15 and 1 minute 20 of BSG. Tells a very clear picture of the half.
Yeah, I think Red Bull Salzburg opened very well, but I think considering the last 3 or 4 minutes, Ballis and Germain, they're looking much stronger than they did in the beginning, and I wouldn't put it past them to get back, or at least get a win in the second half. But
it's interesting for me how I think the first 3 caps for Salzburg came when, I don't know what Newcomp was doing or what Baz was doing, but there seemed to be 2-on-1 in Ballis's base. There was one defender taking on 2 attackers. I'm not sure where they were or what they were doing at the time, but I kept kind of wondering to myself, why is there only kind of? I think if you go back over it and check it, it all came from the defensive. Well, you know, only being one player on defense, and they were allowed to just get ahead of them. They got ahead of the 2 defenders really easy on this.
Yeah, especially in the beginning, they seemed to get around them a lot. It might have been that Ballis and Germain were going for their own power-up and only kept one on defense.
So we've done a nice little straw poll, and 91% say Red Bull Salzburg is going to win this semi-final. That's 10-1 at the moment, which is what do you think? Is it going to go their way?
Was that done before the game started? Or?
Just as the game started, so slightly biased on the first couple of caps, I'll admit.
I think Ballis and Germain are showing good tendencies, especially in the last part. So if they keep it up, I think it's going to go to overtime at least.
I mean, looking at the stat there, I mean, you've got Red Bull Salzburg who are on, 193 seconds, 237 seconds in prevent, compared to Baz and Newcomp who are on 80 and 75. I mean, that's a huge difference in prevent time there.
Yeah, it is definitely, but I think going from the last 3 minutes, they might have cleaned up their defense. So I'm obviously not sure, but it looked much better.
I mean, they've got a couple of extra returns there, but I mean, it just could be the style that they're playing and just the regrab train that Red Bull Salzburg seem to be having.
We have all seen
I
amazing
think
comebacks, and this is only the first half of 4, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time for teams to get used to each other, and then we see kind of one team dominate the first, but then we often see the other team come back in the second. And overtime is obviously quite a common thing sometimes for these playoffs. So, and BSG have shown that they're very resilient.
I think BSG need to keep their discipline on defence, and they'll fare a lot better in this second half.
And the second half's just about to start.
I didn't change the kits.
Do it quickly.
Yeah, we're all very disappointed in you, McDonald.
It's fine, I fixed it.
Okay.
No panic, anyone. We are back live.
Well, commentate.
And again, Salzburg,
I'm just
start with the first grab. They look like they're going to get the regrab train going again if they can, but now Baz and Newcomp are shutting down Fatman, who's in base alone.
Right, thanks for saving me there, guys. Sorry, I was just kind of like idling about. I forgot to change the kits. I'm never going to be pro at this. So yeah, we bring back, as you can see, Kira's nice script there, giving you the aggregate score, so you can keep track rather than having to rely on R4 poor maths, to keep you going. So hopefully that will show you how close the game is. Unfortunately, not working too well with the hold and the power-up stats, but hopefully Kira will get that fixed for next time. So quite an even start, nothing happening too much in the first minute, but Newcomp's team, BSG, really do need to get something going nice and early here, don't they, Devil, to see themselves back in this game?
Yeah, I think definitely the one thing they want to focus on is keeping defense tight and at least winning the half. If they get 2 caps, they're definitely going to go all out and try to get at least a draw in this half.
Got a nice little tip if we can like move the pointer cursor not on the screen. I think Flick and Panda would appreciate that. And whilst that's
Panda can shut up. The kit's a different stream. Oh, the Nero's coming in here.
Yeah, the small stream.
I'm sorry for messing up the stream, guys. I'll sort it in 1 second. Someone commentate for me while I sort out the kits. They're different on both screens.
Okay, so Mike C grabs for Ballis and Germain, trying to get out, and he actually managed to get out. And Factman and Leroy are both fighting for power-ups. He gets through number 1 and gets a cap. That's very well done, and kind of poor by Red Bull Salzburg allowing him to get back in the game like that. Only 2 caps in the game right now.
4-2, come on.
Yeah, but like 2 caps in the lead for Red Bull Salzburg.
I think we're going to see a bit of a stalemate here for Ballis with the TagPro. ZRW's managed to get a grab away, and he slips through, but is he going to get anywhere from it?
Yeah, he's just looking to keep the flag for now.
Ballis and Germain seems to be a little better at shutting him down at the moment.
Yeah, I think Bass might have suffered a little bit from restlessness since he haven't played in a while.
Oh wow,
Fatman's coming in here nicely though, and he's going to get. Oh, is he going to get blocked out? Maxi and Nero are currently trying to get a return. Maxi gets a nice return there. We're sorry about the problems with the scoreboard we're having. It doesn't seem to be updating as it did in testing, which is obviously a bit annoying. But we will keep track of the score. Obviously, currently 2 behind, but they're right back in it here at BSG. And Batman is calling a stop. I'm not sure what the problem is there. We'll find out for you shortly. I think they're going to go back to group. We might try and get our scoreboard working in the meantime.
Yeah!
Was the stop called before the cap or?
I think so.
Before the grab, sorry.
I wasn't sure if it was called before the grab.
Yeah, but before the grab, I think.
Yeah, the stop was called before the grab with TagPro, but still, I mean, they call stop when we have TagPro in their base.
Hi, Newcomb.
Early controversy.
Sorry, I'm on stream, yeah.
Do we have a dubious goals panel?
We probably should have.
Newcomb's going to have a word with your mate, Kira. His script's causing me problems. It's been very temperamental. So how long have we got left in this half now? Is it 6 minutes they're going to go from?
I think they're going to start from 7.
See, I wasn't there.